in Zambia, connecting you to the newsmakers and events that make news in the global village.
Good afternoon. This is the 5FM Radio Main News. The headlines. RPB uploads the government's commitment to improving the welfare of women and children. Opposition Patriotic Front Media urges government to reduce the cost of food. And 7 injured after SK fighter jet accidentally drops bombs. This bulletin is also live on our Facebook and YouTube channel 5FM Radio Zambia. With the details, my name is Lance Sannie Banda. As Zambia prepares to commemorate International Women's Day, the Republican Progressive Party RPP recognizes the importance of creating an inclusive society where women and girls have equal opportunities to thrive. The empowerment of women is fundamental to the RPP remains committed to championing initiatives that advance gender equality. RPP National Women's Secretary Simangele Magadi has applauded the government's commitment to improving the welfare of women and children, particularly through the establishment of a dedicated correctional facility for incarcerated mothers with circumstantial children aged 4 years and below. Ms. Magadi, the newly repurposed facility in Lusaka, formerly a forfeited property, is a significant step toward ensuring that women in correctional facilities can raise their children in a safe and conducive environment. The theme for this year's Women's Day is Accelerate Action for Women and Girls Everywhere.
Empowerment of women is fundamental to the growth and prosperity of our nation, and we must continue to champion initiatives that advance gender equality. As a party, we note significant milestones recorded in this regard through the commitments made by establishing a forfeited property in Lusaka to provide a dedicated correctional facility for imprisoned mothers with circumstantial children aged 4 years and below. This initiative will ensure that women with circumstantial children live in a safe and conducive environment.
The Road Transport and Safety Agency RATSA has noted that road safety is not just a regulatory issue, but a shared responsibility that requires the active involvement of all stakeholders, including the media. Speaking at a media training workshop this morning, RATSA Chief Executive Officer Engineer Amon Mwemba has stated that through reporting, investigative journalism, and public awareness campaigns, the media has played a vital role in amplifying RATSA's efforts to promote safer roads for all. Engineer Mwemba says that the media serves as a bridge between institutions and the public, ensuring essential information reaches communities effectively. He emphasized that journalists hold the power to shape narratives, influence public perceptions, and drive positive change. He has further noted that the role of journalists in disseminating accurate and timely road safety information is indispensable in RATA's collective mission to reduce road traffic crashes and save lives.
As the RTSA, we recognize the crucial role that the media plays in our society. The media serves as a bridge between institutions and the public, ensuring that essential information reaches communities effectively. As journalists, you, ladies and gentlemen, hold the power to shape narratives, influence public perceptions, and drive positive change. Your role in disseminating accurate and timely road safety information is indispensable in our collective mission to reduce road traffic crashes and save lives.
Former Patriotic Front Deputy Secretary General Mumbi Piri has expressed concerns that her previous arrests are equipping her with the strength and resilience necessary for a future role as Republican president. Speaking when she featured on the Thursday edition of the Burning Issue program, she shared her perspective on how these challenges have been shaping her for greater leadership responsibilities. Mrs. Perry noted that rather than being discouraged by her past arrests, she views them as crucial experiences that are helping her build the endurance and resolve needed to navigate the complexities of high office. She believes that these struggles she has first have honed her leadership qualities, enabling her to better understand the political landscape and prepare for the rigorous demands of governing the nation.
Tikaritoze. No matter, in fact, I'm encouraging them. Do you know that the more they arrest me, the more they are making the country know? And maybe I'll be one of them, like President HH. God is also allowing them to arrest me so that I can become a president. He told us that he was being arrested. God was preparing him for the presidency. Who knows? Maybe I'm also getting arrested. God is preparing me for the presidency.
And Mrs. Perry has opposed the call by Vice President Mtalena Lumango for women to conceive so that they have access to various social protection interventions.
What's moral in the vice president telling women and girls to go and get pregnant across the board? Even those who have no husbands, they can go and get pregnant so that they start getting paid. Are those morals?
Opposition Patriotic Front Media Director Edwin Lifwekelo says the majority of Zambians are suffering and rising prices of basic goods and services, especially for the poor, have become unaffordable. Mr. Lifwekelo says there is need for the country's leadership to take care of the vulnerable and marginalized in society. Hence, the UPND government must take responsibility. He says failing to take responsibility will have consequences in the 2026 presidential and parliamentary elections. Mr. Lifwekelo says whether UPND like it or not, people's people's general well-being and food economics are key determinants on how successful or not the government is.
That had the PF been in government today, life would be more expensive than it has become under President Hakainde Hichilema and the UPND. That is cheap lie and must be dismissed with the contempt that it deserves and is worse than the false promises President Hakainde Hichilema and the UPND used to lure the electorates into voting for them. It's been 4 years since UPND came into power, and people's trust and confidence is slowly but surely ebbing. It's waning. Clearly, UPND is struggling to retain the trust and confidence of the people.
And in other news trending this afternoon, Association for Former Government Employees of Zambia Secretary General Andrew Banda has urged the government, with particular emphasis on the Ministry of Labor and Social Services, to take a more active role in investigating the outstanding retirement benefit payments for the association members. Residents of Chingwere in Matero constituency in Lusaka have appealed to the government through Lusaka City Council to urgently clean the drainages in the area as they struggle with severe flooding. Up next, the business news.
5FM Radio Business News, We Mean Business. Keep you current in commerce, trade, and industry, local and global. It's our business to keep you informed about business.
Integrated Community Anti-Litter Initiative is concerned over the tons of plastic waste that have been exposed after heavy rains across the country, especially in major cities where usage and irresponsible disposal of plastics have reached alarming stage. Organization chairperson Pasco Chikumbi says the quantity of plastic waste exposed in drainages and other areas where plastic waste can still be seen hanging shows just how much careless the general public have become towards disposal of plastic waste. Mr. Chikumbi says this has equally exposed most of the companies that manufacture, trade, import, or distribute plastic packaging, bottles, carrier bags, and flat bags that are below 30 microns in thickness. Failure to plan on the best way such can be disposed. He says despite the government through Minister of Green Economy and Environment effecting the extended producer responsibility regulation number 65 of 2018, just about 0.5%, if anything, none of the manufacturers, retailers, or commercial distributors have been able to employ measures essential to minimize plastic waste through treatment, reclamation, reuse, or recycle.
Most of the companies and the general public who have indiscriminately been disposing of plastic bottles and plastic carrier bags, we would like to appeal to the Ministry of Green Economy and Environment through the Zambia Environmental Management Agency to commence on the process of a 3-year total transition from just the regulation number 65 of 2018 to total ban of use or manufacture, trade, retail, or commercial distribution of plastic carrier bags, plastic flat bags, and other plastic-related packaging materials that have, over the period of time, left a trail of damage on public health and environment.
Ends the business news.
5FM Radio Business News. We mean business. Keep you current in commerce, trade, and industry, local and global. It's our business to keep you informed about business.
And in foreign news, 7 people in South Korea were injured, 4 of them seriously, after a fighter jet accidentally dropped 8 bombs in a civilian district during a live-fire military exercise. The incident involving the Air Force F-16 aircraft took place at around 10:04 local time in the city of Pocheon, near the border with North Korea. Only 1 bomb is believed to have exploded. A bomb disposal team is working on safely disposing the other 7 unexploded bombs, Pocheon authorities told the BBC. They said residents living near the area have been evacuated. For more, here's a roundup from the BBC.
Sudan say at least 70 people, including women and children, have been killed in an artillery attack on a camp for displaced people in North Darfur state. Local media say the paramilitary Rapid Support Forces shelled a crowded market in the Abu Shouk camp near the city of El Fasher late on Tuesday. The defense forces in South Sudan have deployed troops around the residence of the first vice president, Riek Machar, and arrested one of his military allies. A spokesman for the vice president said the arrest of Lieutenant General Gabriel Duop Lam put at risk the peace agreement which ended the civil war between forces led by Riek Machar and President Salva Kiir.
And in sports news, Emma Raducanu will begin a trial period with Slovakian coach Vladimir Platenic when she plays her first round match at Indian Wells on Thursday. The 49-year-old was coaching Lulu San when the New Zealand qualifier beat Raducanu in the 4th round of Wimbledon last July. Platenic worked with compatriot Dominika Kiblokova when she reached the semifinals of the French Open in 2009 and has also coached Russians Daria Kasatkina and Veronika Kudmatova. And now the weather.
Class Econ Roofing Africa. Class Econ Roofing, plot 17100 off Katanga Road, 150 meters from Mumbwa Road, Chinika Industrial Area, Lusaka. Class Econ Roofing. Class plus economy. Class Econ Roofing Africa.
Western, Southern, and Lusaka provinces, including the southern parts of Northwestern, Copperbelt, and western parts of Central provinces, partly cloudy, slightly windy, and warm to hot with a chance of showers. Maximum temperature is ranging between 27 degrees and 33 degrees Celsius. The evening will have few clouds, windy at times, and warm to mild, slight chance of rains. Ends our weather report.
Class Econ Roofing Africa. Class Econ Roofing, plot 17100 off Katanga Road, 150 meters from Mumbwa Road, Chinika Industrial Area, Lusaka. Class Econ Roofing. Class plus economy. Class Econ. Class Econ Roofing Africa. Class Econ.
That weather item brings us to the end of the news. But before we go, a recap of the stories that made headlines. As Zambia prepares to commemorate International Women's Day, the Republican Progressive Party RPP recognizes the importance of creating an inclusive society where women and girls have equal opportunities to thrive. Opposition Patriotic Front Media Director Edwin Lufwekelo says the majority of Zambians are suffering and raising prices of basic goods and services, especially for the poor, have become unaffordable. And finally, 7 people in South Korea were injured, 4 of them seriously after a fighter jet accidentally dropped 8 bombs in a civilian district during a live-fire military exercise. For more news, follow us on Facebook, 5FM Radio Zambia, and YouTube, 5FM Radio Zambia. On behalf of the entire news crew and the technical department, thank you for listening to the Happy World of 5FM. Stay safe and stay tuned to 5FM Radio. My name is Lance Sannie. Do you have a pleasant afternoon?